So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Boy, do I have a video for you today. We're tired of the lies. So we're going to break it down for you and show you and give you an idea of exactly the price increases that you have been paying over the last 2 years. Do you think you're paying 2, 3, 4, 5, 6% inflation on your food? You know better, I know better. But we always like to see the proof in the pudding. Here's the deal. If you go through my channel and you type in Aldi, you will come up easily with 17 videos over the last 5 or 6 years. Me doing an Aldi haul, me doing something with blessing boxes, recipes, etc. Most of these have prices included on there as far as you will see the items and their prices, or I talk about it in several of them. In addition to that, over this last year, we've been keeping up with prices and the inflation happening at a particular Aldi. That was our choice, to pick one particular Aldi and document the prices. We're due for that right now. I think this is going to kick it in the rear because this is actually the number that you really want to see. Here's what I've done. This past week, 2 days ago, I had a video come up in my memories from 2 years ago on November the 24th. It's already popping up. Right before Thanksgiving, and I was talking about the things I was getting for Thanksgiving and the price increases even then, because you started seeing a real hardcore massive jump from the summer of 21, basically pushing into 22. I mean, it was a weekly event. You could go buy something, and the next week or 2 weeks later, if you went and bought it, it might be 10, 20, 30 cents higher. It just depends on the thing, right? If you could even get it at that time. It just depended on the item. So I'm going to go over the items that I saw in that video and another video within that time frame as far as what I was paying and what we're paying now, because we went to Aldi last night to pick up a couple of items for this Thanksgiving. And what I did is I wrote down all of the items that I saw in the videos. I wrote down the prices, and then I went and took pictures and screenshotted or whatever, filmed the prices that you're paying as of today. So let's get to it, right? Let's not wait. Let's not be lied to anymore. Let's not pretend. Let's see what the numbers are looking like. Now, it's going to vary, obviously, from item to item. It's going to vary from store to store, place to place, region to region. We do know that there have been a few items that have kind of come down in price, milk and eggs particularly. So I'm not discounting that. But what I'm doing is I'm only showing and talking about the items that were in the videos. It's going to give you a really strong lead as to what you're actually paying in terms of inflation. It's not transitory either. All right. So I'm going to fly through this, and I'm going to try to consolidate this information as much as possible. And I'm going to add in clips either at the front or right here to show you that legitimately these are the prices. You can check them out yourself. I always encourage you to do your own homework. Encourage you to do this, right? So when you're talking about prices of cookies, now this isn't necessarily a Thanksgiving item, but it was in the videos. So you have those little peanut butter cookies, you have a little coconut, almost like Girl Scout type cookies that we used to, why buy Girl Scout cookies for $4.50? No offense. I know I'm not knocking the Girl Scout cookie, but if I can buy something that tastes just as good for 85 cents, why would I pay $4.50? That's just the way the consumer typically thinks. Well, we were paying 85 cents, 97 cents, whatever, for those peanut butter cookies, the coconut cookies with the chocolate on them, whatever. 97 cents is where we were a little over 2 years ago. And that was actually an increased price because they used to be like 85 cents. Now you're looking at, for the peanut butter cookie, $1.75, not 85 or 97 cents. $1.75, and if you want the ones with the coconut, you put the lime in the coconut. Okay, yes, they are $2.29. Now that alone should tell you where we're going in terms of actual price increases. But see, we forget, and that's what they are banking on with everything about you, is if you live from crisis to crisis, moment to moment, the crisis from last week is forgotten because now you're being bombarded with this today. We forget. That's why recording things is very important. Okay, here's something interesting that a lot of people use during the holidays for all kinds of little quick appetizers and whatnot. The crescents or crescent rolls, we used to call it croissant. They're not, they're crescents. They were 95 cents. Now they are $1.95. They went up in 95 cents to $1.95. That's where you've jumped in 2 years. That's where you're at. The chili, I can't get over the price of the little canned chili. If we're having some quick hot dogs or whatever, we will use some quick canned chili with the beans. I love it. It's quick and easy, right? Everybody does this, right? They were 89 cents. They are now $1.79. They've actually jumped again. They were $1.59 just a couple of weeks ago. They are now $1.79 for a can of Aldi chili. Pudding, if you're making all kinds of different cakes or recipes for the holidays, we often use pudding. Pudding has jumped from 49 cents to 75 cents. Your cherries, your sweet red cherries, they were $1.69 2 years ago. They are now $2.29. Marinara sauce, remember I have endless videos showing you marinara and talking about the prices about the marinara. We were paying initially 85 cents, then it jumped to 99 cents, then it jumped to like $1.29, then $1.45. Now it's $1.55. So we are seeing almost a double in the marinara. And I think you're probably seeing that across the board with a lot of your tomato products anyway. Butter. Now here's the interesting thing about butter. Butter does kind of like this. I think it's one of those items that, just like with eggs and milk, they kind of try to make you feel a little bit better about yourself in inflation because it's a highly sought after item. Now, let me tell you, it's been up and down all around the block. I've seen it in the $3 and plus here for the Aldi 1 pound butter. You're looking at 2 years ago, it was $1.99, limit 6. Now it's $2.99. Today we're paying $2.99. So, you know, it's kind of like it's up from 2 years ago, but maybe it came down a little bit. See, this is the thing. This is something noted too. They like to really try to make you feel better about inflation coming down. Well, when you're used to paying $1 for something and it jumped to $5, then they're going to say, oh, it's coming down, or you've got a great sale because it's $3.79. Well, no, you used to, not too long ago, you were paying $1. This is the same situation with gas. So keep that in mind. I know you know this. Cat litter used to be $3.49. In this video that I'm talking about 2 years ago, it was already at $4.89. So see, some of these things were already jumping, but that's where I started with this math equation, which was at $4.89 for a container of cat litter at Aldi. Well, it's now $6.19. And it's not good litter, I'm just gonna tell you. It's a filler, it's an emergency backup, okay? Now, here's something that's gonna tickle your fancy. Single candles, the little tiny single candles 2 years ago were $2.49. Bless your heart, honey bun, they're still $2.49. God love it. They're still $2.49, thank you, Lord. I need my single wick candle. Chocolate covered cherries, the 10 packs. Used to get them suckers for $1. Okay, well, 2 years ago, you were paying, they'd already jumped in price at $1.75 for 10 little chocolate covered cherries in there. Now they're $2.49. Kiss my right, whatever. Fish and chips. Wait till you hear this. Now, you know, I've done videos with this talking about the fish and chips. You have the Scottish and the English. A couple of years ago, we were paying $3.35 for a frozen meal like that. $3.35. Today, it is $8.99. Shut the front door. Now, that was the first video. The second video that I'm just going to fly through real quick, mandarin oranges, you get a break, baby. They were 99 cents. We know over time that they've jumped to $1.45. Guess what? They're $1.29. Yeah, I know. Don't you feel good? I know. So while you were paying 99 cents, it jumped, but they're trying to give you a little bit of a break, okay? They want, because you have to buy fish and chips, you know, they want to give you a break on something else. Good deal there. Evaporated milk was 94 cents. Now that went up. That was not, it was much cheaper than that at one point, but this is where I started. It's now $1.19. Your diced tomatoes were 72 cents. Now they're 89 cents. This is from 2 years ago. Crispy rice, like your Rice Krispie cereal, it used to be, it actually was $1.29. I started this math after it jumped to $1.45, and now it's $1.95. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Salt, if you bought salt, we went forever without actually having salt. It was 47 cents. I actually was able to grab some in the second video, and I showed it. It had gone up to 47 cents. Now it's 64 cents. Your beans, your canned goods, I know right now there are some that have been on sale. I am not counting the sale price. I'll tell you if it's on sale, but the base price for your beans 2 years ago, black beans that is, was 71 cents. It had already jumped a little bit. Now it's 77 cents. And you know about the mushrooms, honey. Mushrooms, hello. They were 69 cents. They had jumped to 89 cents. But today, you are now paying $1.19 for a little tiny thing of mushrooms. So here's what I did, because I wanted to tell you that. I know that takes time in the video, but I wanted you to actually see and know that I have all this written out. I know. You want charts and cuteness and all that. No, you got paper and pencil and a calculator, okay? Now, here's the bottom line. This is what you want to know. Okay, Patera. Here you go. When you take one of all of these items from the 2 videos, the items I just read to you, if you do one of each, add them up, you are looking at, let me make sure that I am actually telling you correct. The first one was 2 years ago, if you bought one of each item, it was $27.25. $27.25. That's before tax. We're not doing tax. Today, if you took one of all the same stuff, some of it may even be a little bit smaller. I didn't note any shrinkflation, but you can bet your bottom dollar it's probably there in at least one of these items. I know the cereal is the same size, but let's just go with it. Now you're paying $43.44. So you've gone from $27.25 to $43.44. If you do the math, the simple math as far as the percentage, all of that, you're looking at a 62.73. I repeat, a 62.73% on your inflation. That's how much it's gone up over the last 2 years. Now, that's not everything in the store. That's not everything that you buy. Everything is a little bit different. But let me just put it to you this way. If you want to kind of deflate that number because of eggs and milk, okay, I mean, that's cool. Let's say you go down 20 points there. That's still 42%, folks, on your inflation number. So when they tell you that they're trying to get it down to 2%, that's insane. When they tell you that you're only paying, 3, 4, 5, 6%, that's also insane. It's a bold-faced lie because they don't add this in there like you want them to and we need them to. This is a reflection of what's really going on and why everybody is so pinched when you talk about all the things. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, that doesn't account for any shrinkflation. So James and I sat down and we took that base number, which was $27.25, and we actually started with 2021, 2022, and we added 3% to each price. Added 3%, the cost of living, right? Because you get a raise, you're making all this money, right? Cost of living. If you do that, you would have jumped to $28.06 in 2022, 3%. If you then added another 3% on top of that to bounce you to right now, you would pay $28.90. That's not what you're paying. You're paying $43.44, whereas if you went up even with the basic cost of living inflation, 3%, not 2%, you should be paying $28.90. That's what I should have paid if I went and bought one of each of these last night, even with 3% each year. That's what should be normal. That should be a base price line. It's not. So, how are things looking in your area? What are you seeing? Like I said, we've seen price come down on a couple of things here and there, but overall, that's not the situation. And it only takes 1 or 2 items to completely kick you out of saving any money and to push you back into spending a heck of a lot more money than you did last year, the year before, and we certainly know prior to 2020. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're seeing. This is all the math that James and I mostly me, but he back checked me. Bless his heart. So, like I said, if you want to check out any of my Aldi videos, I have them all on my channel. Feel free to go back to the November of 21. I have one very specifically there showing you a lot of these items and their prices. It's all there. Like, subscribe, and share. Tell me what you're seeing. Guys, hang in there. I know it's tough. We're working really hard to continue to keep you informed and keep ourselves informed and prepared. And this is the way the cookie is actually crumbling. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you on the next video. Godspeed.